What if everything you've been afraid of is just a story your mind made up? Naina was the girl who always smiled at work, with friends, even when she was alone. Her life looked calm, ordered, together. But inside, she was writing a story that no one else could read. Every night, before bed, Naina reached for her diary, not to plan her day, but only to face her thoughts, her doubts, her fears. Each page carried something heavy, a question, a regret, a silent scream. I'm not good enough. I always mess up. What if I fail again? She wrote them not because they were true, but because they felt true. And somehow, writing them made the pain real and permanent. Her diary had become her silent confessor. It knew every moment she wanted to actually forget. It kept a quiet record of every time she broke and pretended she didn't. Rather than facing the ache and choosing healing, she filled page after page with words that dimmed her light. Then one day, when she thought the story wouldn't change, it did. Sometimes the smallest moment holds the power to rewrite everything, and hers had just arrived. An email arrived. Congratulations, you've been selected to present your work at the national conference. Recognition she never thought she deserved. For her, it was a moment to celebrate. But instead, she picked up her pen and opened the diary. Her hands trembled. She stared at the blank page. The familiar inner voice whispered, "They made a mistake by choosing you. You're not ready. Your work is not that good." And she almost believed it. But that night, she didn't write the fear. She closed the diary, took a deep breath, and whispered to herself, "Not tonight." The next day, slowly, she opened a fresh, new diary and wrote something different. I'm not my fear. I'm learning. I'm worthy of this moment. I'm done writing the same story. The next day, she did it again, then again. Little by little, the words changed. From doubt to belief, from wounds to wisdom. Her diary, once filled with hurt, was becoming a space for healing. Her voice, once shaped by fear, began to echo with courage. She celebrated small wins. The diary didn't judge her anymore. It simply received and reflected a woman no longer shaped by doubt, but sculpted by courage, clarity, and self-worth. One morning, she opened her old diary and read her old pages, not with pain, but with pride. She saw how far she'd come. She placed a white flower on the old diary and whispered, "Thank you for holding all my storms. But from now on, pages will be filled only with light." The harshest doubts we hear are rarely spoken by others. They're the ones we've silently written in the corners of our mind and between the lines of our diary. But when we change the story, even one sentence at a time, we begin to write a future full of strength and confidence. We've doubted ourselves for too long, shrinking our voice, questioning our worth, apologizing for simply being who we are. But not anymore. We're learning to trust ourselves, to speak without fear, to stand without needing permission, because confidence isn't about being loud, it's about being sure. Sure of our truth, sure of our value, sure that we deserve to take up space. We may still have doubts, but they no longer decide the story. We do.